start of game 3.
Day one of this Big 3 season here on Big3.com. Our third game of 6 today from the Windy City. Power against the Three-Headed Monsters. A rematch of last year's semifinals. And welcome, Ed Cohen with Jim Jackson for this third game as we're now on Big3.com. Hey, last year the playoffs were great. You were there in Tampa. And one reason why was this game. Power coming back and winning by 2 against the Three-Headed Monsters. Only fitting they begin this year in Chicago.
Yeah, Mr. Murphy put up numbers. I mean, all year last year in regards to what he was able to do. Rookie of the Year, MVP, leading scorer in regards to points. It was just one of those games that culminated into Three-Headed Monsters, of course, going on to the championship. But can we have another shootout like that? We'll see.
We're going to find out. Kevin Murphy, the reigning MVP, leads the way for the Three-Headed Monsters as we review the lineups in this one for this third game. Rashard Lewis, the captain. Reggie Evans returns after missing last year with a hand injury. And Power led by the veterans. Mobley, White, Klein, Rice back for Nancy Lieberman. Kevin Murphy last year, the MVP, too hard to guard. Jimmy, he is everywhere in 2022.
Well, listen, 181 points in those games. I mean, just isolated all day long, can shoot the three. So quick off the dribble, but surprisingly, too, had the strength to finish through some contests. And you see right there the 4-point shot. He had 5 of those. And Glenn Rice Jr., I think he shows himself. I think, again, another year for him to grow in this league. What he showed to us was his isolation ability to score one-on-one. I think playmaking will help this Power team when he feels a double team, gets it out, makes the big-time shots last year.
Nancy Lieberman pegged Glenn Rice Jr. #1 pick last year. The Crafts, Coach of the Year in 2018, her 5th season, and one of the great coaches, Hall of Famer here in the Big 3. Reggie Theus, year #2 with the Three-Headed Monsters, after a couple of years leading Bivouac, and the Coach of the Year last year with his current club. A reminder of the rules here in the Big 3. First to 50 wins it. There's no game clock. Shot clock is 14 seconds. Free throws get 1 shot for 2, 3, or 4, depending where the foul occurs. And of course, the 4-point shot, unique to the Big 3. Haven't seen one yet today, but you know it's going to come at some point.
Yeah, it's an interesting game, too. I think of the games this afternoon, this is the one I kind of had my eye on. Just because the dynamics of both teams, former champion and Power, Three-Headed Monsters have been to the finals, have been in the playoffs 5 of the 6 years. The leading scorer, can Kevin Murphy come back and even better that? There's a lot of storylines with these two teams as we enter into season 6 with the Big 3.
Three-Headed Monsters in white, Power in black. Let's do it. Third game, Chicago. Bettina Mobley. In and out, tap down 2, and Rice. Right spot, at the right time.
Well, you see that right there by Royce White. Okay, now Royce was 3rd in the league in assists last year with 32. Talking about Dusan Blewett was 1, and Franklin Sesson, 2 point guards, were ahead of Royce White. So they can utilize him in a lot of situations on the court to initiate offense, get backdoor cuts, get some easy layups.
Now Mobley, Jimmy know him well, but when he's out there early, wants to get some shots up, get some early points before they go to the bench with Klein.
Well, one of the best isolation players the Big 3 league has had, off on his first couple of shots, but early in his career here, the championship run, he was get the ball to Cat and get out the way.
The championship winner in 2018 in Brooklyn. Reggie Evans, best rebounder in league history. Pivots, missed it, missed the rim. They reset the clock. Evans, working on Mobley. Came down with it, and a tie-up, get a jump, and the arrow says going to the Three-Headed Monsters. With 7 on the 14. They reset it, and now they'll go back and keep 7 on the clock. Power, last year won their last couple of games to get in the playoffs. Run up to Trilogy, then final win Atlanta. Murphy, the step through in the finish. They were tied with 2. in this third game. So White, Rice, Mobley for power, Murphy, Evans, Lewis for the three-headed monsters. Mobley, catch and shoot three. Round and through for Katina Mobley.
You knew it wasn't going to take long. Cat was going to find his way.
They give it two.
Nice seal inside. Tough pass to catch though.
Kevin Murphy can score from everywhere else who gets to the basket.
Well, you have to honor a shot, right? So if you get up too close and try to guard him, he can take advantage of you and drive right by you. That's the challenge you have. You can't miss the easy one inside.
And a free throw for two. Murphy MVP last year, also too hard to guard. A look at his MVP season, led in scoring, 181 points to 5 4-point shots. Won a couple of games from that 4-point circle.
On the left. It's moving toward Kamer.
Jimmy was Rookie of the Year in 2021 and went from about 20 a game to nearly 26 per game. We knew it was good, but last year proved to be exceptional with the three-headed monster.
It goes back to being comfortable playing in the league. See, when you watch it on TV, you come see and say, well, it's not that physical, I can go play, whatever. Until you actually play in it and feel the physicality and learn the different aspects of the game and how to play it. You know how to play 3-on-3, but this is a little bit different. And you get comfortable with that, and plus you got game to go with it. Now that's when you're really taking it to the next level, and that's what we saw with Kevin Murphy.
That was the first foul. Murphy will get a free throw for 2 points.
Let's go.
Fairburn, Georgia, outside of Atlanta. Elevated to co-captain before this season. It's amazing to think he had an MVP season, wasn't even one of the 3 guys.
I know, right?
Murphy good for 2 points. He's got the first 4 for the three-headed monsters. White against Evans. Good matchup. Mobley knocked away by Evans. Evans. Late whistle and a foul on Cat. And number 2 on Power. Let's listen to Reggie Theus of the Three-Headed Monsters.
With the 2 small.
They took him out already.
Yeah, no, it don't matter. Either one.
I was gonna say on the 3-ball, I gotta maybe run him off. He don't want to get. He probably don't want to dribble.
No. What I'm saying for us though, we want to. Yes.
Now the captain and the coach. Reggie Evans, good for 2 points. He was not the best free throw shooter in his pro career, but give him 2 here to begin this one. Tied at 6.
Well, you talk about that. How about Reggie Theus not having a lot of success with Bivouac over the years? Know he can coach. I got the Three-Headed Monsters able to kind of, he and Gary Payton kind of switched over and ended up getting the Coach of the Year for them. Look at that.
Big turnaround.
Yeah, big turnaround. I mean, talent, the way teams work together. A lot of that has a lot to do with it.
That was a big story last year. But, Jim, you know the difference a voice can make. From Gary Payton to this guy, different energy.
No, different energy.
Well, they bring the fire on that last foul. Royce White will go for it against Kevin Murphy. Over here, they bring the final rules. Challenger shooting foul. 2 players go one-on-one. If White scores, it's 2 for Power. If he's fouled, it's 2 as well. If Murphy gets a stop, wave off the basket, and no foul against Three-Headed Monsters. This is the 3rd year of the Bring the Fire Challenge, and you just love the nuance it brings to the Big 3.
Being creative, not being afraid to try something different. Hey, this is, like I said, it's no different than kind of like the challenge rule in the NBA that coaches have. Now this one, I like it because it's basically one-on-one between the two players who are involved in the infraction, and strategically how you use it. It's kind of like you would use a challenge in, the NBA. Now the difference is you don't, like this with the 1.5 thing right here, it's a little bit different.
Now Murphy not pleased with that call with the foul. 3 misses, and the rebound back to Power. Robert Dozier into the game for the three-headed Monsters, Kevin Murphy. Dozier didn't play in the NBA, but was on the Memphis team that lost to Kansas in the final in 2008.
That's beautiful. Now, this is what here's where Nancy Lieberman Klein is excellent. Is side out of bounds, underneath out of bounds. They won some games during their championship run and even last year. And you saw it right there where it was just a simple, to me, inbounds, out of bounds, underneath out of bounds play where if you don't communicate, you end up getting a layup. And a lot of times, TJ Klein is involved in that, either as a passer or as a receiver.
I'll bring the fire off the Klein foul against Lewis, going for the 3. So if Lewis scores, it's worth 3 points. If Klein fouls him, it's 3 as well.
And I like that too, because it's not like you have to shoot a 3 in order to get the 3. That's the creative, innovative way to make it more interesting. That if the opposing team chooses to bring the fire on a 3-point shot, that the offensive team can still benefit from it if they score.
Now, Reggie Theus, quick word for the year of Rashard Lewis.
I think he reminded him that he can take it to the basket. You know what I mean? See?
Fades away, hits it for 3.
And that's smart coaching. I think Rashard probably may have thought that you had to shoot the 3 or shoot the 3. And Reggie recognized that right away and said, no, bro, put it on the deck, use that size, get 2 for 3.
Coach of the year and the captain. Power by 1, even after that 3-point shot. Rice with Klein and Mitchell. Rice Jr. in and out. Evans pulling it down. Akil Mitchell in his debut with Power. Counted. Rashard Lewis again.
Yep.
How are they going to wave it off?
What was it? Was it before the shot went up, the foul occurred, or?
Akil Mitchell played at Virginia in college. Over Dozier, yes, for Mitchell.
And Mitchell brings a little bit more energy too on the post.
Timeout on the floor. Power by 3, 12-9 against the three-headed Monsters in Chicago. More to come on Big3.com.
Roll. Wait for 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Home stretch.
Who said timeout? All right, we're into our 1 minute 30 break here.
Oh, good. Good.
Well, 55 seconds. When I hit 30, I'm buzzing, right? Yep. Buzz him out there. Buzz him out there. Hear me, David? Yes. I'll say more going for him, so. I have 15 seconds out of 10,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In Chicago, week number 1. Big 3 opens in the Windy City for a second straight year. Power by 3 over the Three-Headed Monsters here in game number 3 of 6 here today at the house that Michael built on the west side.
How about it right now? Power.
So are you interviewing at halftime?
Talking about versatility and balance. All 5 players have scored. It makes it tough when you have a variety of offensive threats.
Mitchell with the pull down of Evans.
Reggie make you do that. You got to be intelligent when you play against Reggie Evans, because if you try to play physical with him, he's going to win that battle. Okay, that's the thing about it. So you got to use your mind and brain when you play against him, and not allow him to use that wit to bait you in.
From one Reggie to another, we join now Reggie Theus on the Three-Headed Monsters bench. Hey, Reggie.
Hey, what's up, fellas? You guys good?
We are golden on this first day of the season.
Yeah. Everybody seems a little rusty, but they're hungry.
Well, I guess we'll start with this. Reggie Evans back in the fold. What'd you miss not having him last year? What's the best part having him back?
You know, he's unguardable around the basket. He's awkward
Did Jim ever get his hot dog?
in the way that he plays, and he makes you foul him. I mean, he's been doing this for a long time.
Remember, like,
he's one of the best ever at making you play the game ugly.
Reggie, when you evaluated your team this year, I see you added Robert Dozier as one addition. Very content with what you had, the thinking behind it, and how do you plan to move forward strategy-wise with the crew you got?
Well, Dozier can shoot the ball. He can score around the basket. He's got length. Defensively, he's solid. I think that you have to have length and defense. Obviously, length, defense, and shooting is most important. Time out.
Hey, before you go, any thought on getting a second point guard?
Come out. Say it again.
You got to talk to the team. We'll save it for you, Reg.
All right, thank you.
We got it, brother.
Thank you.
Reggie Theus, Three-Headed Monsters, the coach of the year. His team trailing 14-9 at a timeout for his squad. Let's go back to the last play. Glenn Rice Jr. with the finish. Look how he came down against Kevin Murphy.
Right there, when he tried to step away, he just tweaked it and turned it over. Hopefully, a lot of times you'll see a guy come down, point of the toe lands on the foot. Now he gets stepped on right there, but watch when he pushes off right there. See, a lot of these shoes are softer too, so it lends itself to those quick ankle turns, but the support is a little bit different because of those soft shoes. But it looks as though he will be able to walk that off. That's huge for power. You need that scoring versatility he brings.
Oh, look. Oh, man, that kind of came out of nowhere.
Well, I mean, it happens a lot of times when you go to push off. Those little injuries right there. But again, it's best, too, a lot of times that you stay in the game so you can keep it warm. You just sit it down and you're on the bench. Now it can stiffen up a little bit when you're asked to come back in the game.
Nancy Lieberman taps Katina Mobley in for Rice. Evans swarms, gets free. Banker missed in midair. Klein with the putback. Oh, they'll call a violation on the shot clock first before the catch and finish for Klein.
Well, there's no question that it's a shot clock violation right there.
Now, the line went off, but it's almost like he took the shot before it expired.
But he did.
Yeah.
So Klein should have been able to capitalize off of that in that particular play. It's a lot different, you know, because he didn't hit the rim. Klein didn't have to clear it. That should have been the basket inside.
Evans with the answer. So right now, Power 16, Three-Headed Monsters 11. It's a 5-point game. That's something in the NBA, at least, they're thinking about taking a look at, right? If the violation occurs and the team's going the other way, and like soccer, playing the advantage, you let it go.
Yeah, I also like to see with the challenge rule, if a team is successful, they can retain the challenge. Don't penalize them for that if they get it right. You already get them. If you get it wrong, you lose the timeout. I get it. But if you're able to get the challenge right, be the key.
Dozier threw it away. Mitchell able to score. Murphy with the throwaway, and Klein says, nope, let's let it go. Power with the ball in the lead, up by 7. So right now it's Mobley, Mitchell, and Klein against Evans, Murphy, and Dozier. Mobley with the pull-up, short. Reigning MVP. So Dozier, that's the range Reggie Theus was talking about.
Yeah.
Cat slips it, Mitchell the wall. Fouls, and shooting a 2-point shot.
And that was Cat just slowed it down a bit. That time allowing Akeem Mitchell to set the screen in the middle of the court. And see right there, this is what I talked about, the spacing. A little slip pass inside. Akeem Mitchell at the end gets the brunt of Reggie Evans inside of his forearm.
They're going to look to see if there was flagrant beyond just a common foul on Reggie Evans.
As an NBA, you got the rules to make sure any contact above the shoulders gets reviewed, whether it was incidental or on purpose. They take a look at it, and if it's an attempt at the basketball, which that is not, then it's deemed a flagrant. Now, whether it's flagrant 1, flagrant 2, then they look at that if it's overly excessive, according to the rules. Again, this is a swipe, and it's really not going at the ball. So I wouldn't be surprised if it is called a flagrant, in my opinion.
Well, there's no doubt he got him square.
Well, no question. I mean, you know, too, when you go into the layup, too, with Reggie Evans, you go get hit. You know that.
Yeah. The officials huddle up. Jimmy, the balance for power in this first half, 18 points and 4 guys with at least 4 points.
Well, I mean, it makes you hard to defend. You can't take away everything. And when they move the ball, because of the way Nancy Lieberman employs their offense, they're tough to guard.
Reggie Evans, a flagrant 1. 2 shots, or rather.
Review is going to be a flagrant 1 foul to Reggie Evans. 1 shot, 2 points, and they will retain possession.
And there's the explanation.
Yeah.
So Akeem Mitchell will get the free throw. That was like what Michael Jordan used to deal with when going into the lane before the Jordan rules and everything kind of evolved, and they cleaned that up. But Mitchell gets a shot for 2 here for power.
How about that Boston Lakers series? Or was it? Yeah, McHale when he clotheslined Kurt Rambis. Was that it?
84.
84. My good. I mean, took him. I mean, you had to clean that up. You really did. As much as I love the physical play, that was a little bit over. But that was, at the time, the way you played the game. And guys knew and understood that.
2-part question. Who got you worst, and who's the
Rodney
guy?
Rogers got me. I tell you right now, he's playing for the Clippers. I was playing for the Mavericks. Fast break. I saw him coming out my rear view. I just accepted that I was about to get plummeted, and that's what plummeted. That's what happened.
Who's the
It was
one
just a
guy
foul.
you never, for you at least, you never went inside against?
No, I wouldn't say I would never go inside. I didn't have a fear of a player like that.
There was that one
I
guy.
knew that I was going to get hit. And Oakley was my guy, okay? He was my mentor. But Oakley, I was going to get hit. Karl Malone, you would get hit.
Yeah.
Patrick Ewing, you would get hit. You know, Anthony Mason, you would get hit. There was a bunch of guys that back in that day. And then, listen, for us going to set a simple cross screen, you would get an elbow right in the middle of the esophagus.
How do you miss a call like that right in front of you?
Now take a look at this one. Royce White against Robert Dozier.
Dozier's good.
Let's see if there was a deflection with Dozier or White just lost it straight up.
Well, that's second game real quick because we were waiting to get to that out.
So last play to review. Remember, shot clock at 2 right now for Power.
So what was the final verdict there?
No, I think they're going to give it back to the three-headed monsters. All right, Lewis, Dozier, and Murphy against White, Mitchell, and Klein for Power. Kevin Murphy. Dozier the cut, missed the dunk. Klein with the rebound.
But Reggie got what he wanted. He wanted that ISO play from Murphy. Ended up getting the shot.
Mitchell got it.
Keep rebounding. Way to go, way to go.
Glenn Rice tweaked the ankle earlier, back in for Power for Mitchell. First 25 get us to the break in the big three. Murphy against Rice. Ducks in, hangs, missed it, put a foul. He's going to shoot 1 for 2.
See, he's going to get this shot, and then they're going to have the ball back.
Lady Magic.
Hey, box out! Box out!
Grab it.
Comes up empty.
Nancy was right, too. If he didn't make that shot because of 16 fouls, he would have retained possession right there.
Leader missed the rim. Murphy gets there, finishes. If you don't hit the rim in the big three, it could lead to a lot of problems just like that.
Or if you take a quick long shot that doesn't hit the rim, you're not in position to rebound. It's an easy layup for your opponent.
Klein waiting. White found him. Klein to the rim. Gets there and scores.
But that's off the creativity of Royce White, too, by the baseline. He draw 2 defenders. Klein dropped it off, and that time Rashard Lewis a little bit too high in his stance on the closeout.
Murphy with the answer, and that's a 3-ball for Kevin Murphy. 22-16 Power.
We should.
Trying to get it to the break. White doubles. Rice waiting. Open 3. Klein to Rice. Another crack at it. Fakes, fires, hits it. And with the break in Game 3 in Chicago. Murphy with 9 for the three-headed monsters, but Rice with that 3 with 9 as well.
But here's the balance with this Power. It was offense. It was TJ Klein, hesitate, able to get to the basket, but then to finish it off, hesitate, no problem. Give me all 3 of these. Power, up now.
I didn't see that logo on the
logo.
I don't know what it was.
Ghost? I don't know what that logo is.
And our victory acrobat, the Chicago Boys.
Oh, it's 3?
Look. 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 Look.
Since it's halftime, there was 3 minutes, not a minute 30.
See it?
Sure.
Whoa.
Hey, Will, we get any box scores?
30 seconds back.
Okay.
We're doing it 2 minutes.
Always a great day for the family here in the Big Three. Halftime score Power by 9 against the Three-Headed Monsters. Game 3 of our 6 today at the United Center. Ed Cohen back with Jim Jackson. Speaking of family, JJ.
Somebody a little tired right now.
Oh, great to see you and your son here in Chicago.
Get a chance to see him up close and personal. He's a little tired, but he's enjoying the basketball game, as I am. And Power closing out the half, the versatility of what they're able to bring to the table. I think what makes them tough, along with the coaching of Nancy Lieberman.
Hey, Power with 11 baskets, 8 assists on those 11 field goals. Glenn Rice, the leading scorer so far for Power.
Well, Kevin Murphy, just a tough guard. You heard Reggie Thea talk about his ability, uncanny, unorthodox at times, ways to score. He can beat you so many different ways. The ability to finish through the contact is what I love when he gets his body downhill and give him too much space. Will make you pay from behind the three. And Glenn Rice, Jr., 7 points, able to come back. He kind of tweaked that ankle a little bit, but glad to see him back in the fold.
Here's some of the highlights from last year's #1 pick in the draft for Power.
This is what I talked about. This is why I think he could really take this team to the next level, because you're going to attract defenders. Beautiful pass by Royce right inside. Didn't make plays off of it. Here, hesitated, and let it go. Brings so much offensive prowess to the table, but the playmaking, I think, along with Royce White, is why this team could be tough to stop collectively for defenses.
So 2 stars in this one today.
Hit your horn. Hit the horn, David.
A rematch of last year's semifinal, won by Power 51-49. Rice had the block of Murphy, point game, and went out, nailed the 3 for the win. It was that close to being a trip to the final for one side, but then Power able to break through and advance with the block and that 3.
Yeah.
Another sharing, the balance strong for Nancy Lieberman's club. Mobley, White, Rice for Power against Evans, Lewis, Murphy for the Three-Headed Monsters.
Now we're here to 37.
Rice, White, dumps. Evans with the defense and the rebound. Battle of captains. Lewis doubled. Murphy spots up. Short. There's Evans. That's what he does best. Finishes with the left. Well, they call him Lord of the Boards for a reason.
Glenn Rice Jr. had no opportunity right there with that strength on Evans.
Mobley sinks it. And powered by 10. Perfect time to say hello to Lady Magic, Nancy Lieberman. Nancy, great to have you with us.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for having us and being with the Big Three again.
Nance, when you look at, I see this team right now in the first half, like 23 points came off of 4 players. You got balance. Talk to me a little bit about how you kind of looked at your team now with the balance part of what makes them so difficult to stop offensively.
Well, we looked at what happened last year, against Trilogy, and, you have to continue to upgrade yourself in the Big Three. It's just the way it is. Every year this league has gotten better.
All right, bringing a guy in Akil Mitchell. He's the addition with Mobley, White, Rice, Klein. Guys, you're back.
Shoot it.
Oh, and he does. And he scores.
Coutinho, God bless him, is healthy this year. Royce came in better shape. And Akil's going to give us a nice balance of some strength. So we're really happy to have him.
Nancy, we'll let you go.
Hold on, I got one more question. Because you're so good at this, you see a violation. You're so good at this, Coach Lieberman. The underneath out-of-bounds plays or side out-of-bounds plays, you always get something out of it. How important is that to you offensively?
Well, we're just trying to make plays that are going to the basket and have people in motion. It's harder to guard people when they're in motion, and we want that.
Nancy, always a pleasure. All the best the rest of the way.
Thank you, guys.
No, Jim, power by 13 now at 33-20. Murphy lost it, but a foul on White. Largest lead now for Power. Robert Dozier will come on for the three-headed monsters for Lewis.
Well, as you can see too here, Power can score in bunches. I mean, this lead ballooned up to 13 rather quickly.
Murphy with 11 points. Blow by, teardrop, off the mark. Levens cleans it up. He's the god of the glass for a reason. First, 40 years in the Big Three, at least 10 rebounds in every one.
But that's how he made his money in the NBA. Yep. Undersized at the forward at times, but his heart allowed him and his skill set and I think his understanding of who he ultimately is as a player allowed him to be a very, very successful role player in the NBA for, a lot of years.
He's got 7 boards with 8 points. For the coaches who give the credibility to the Big Three, Hall of Famers, count them, 6 of the 12 coaching in the Big Three, Jimmy.
Just add so much value to the brand recognition of the Big Three, and for them to take the time to believe in the product year in and year out, I think says a lot about them personally, but also the respect that they have for Ice Cube and everyone that puts this league or has put this league together. Because, it's going to be built off the coaches and the talent and the players in the play.
Yep.
That is going to bring and put butts in the seats.
What? Evans, nice switch to the left. He'll have a chance at 3. And to your point, the continuity, right? Teams, you see a lot of guys back from last year. There's chemistry, there's continuity, there's a feeling of we can build off what we've already seen, and the coaching is not moving on at all. You'll love the fact that there's something that teams are building off of entering this new year.
You're going to tweak it, probably not change a lot of it, especially if you were close last year. It's an ingredient that you felt you needed. Talk to Nancy Lieberman, she told you Akil Mitchell brings a little bit more versatility from that center or forward position.
Fade away for TJ Klein, short. Nancy's son tipped it up to Murphy. This will stay with three-headed monsters. White with the foul, going for the rebound.
You go back to your point about changing. That's the strategic part about drafting. You don't know if it works. You have an idea of who you watch or new guys coming in that can help your team. And the challenging part is it's not like you have training camp and you can come in and start to practice and work on plays. So you're kind of learning on the fly with a new addition if it works. But if it does, it pays huge dividends in the end.
To that point, that's a real challenge for Trilogy. Going for the three-peat. They bring all 5 guys back. A lot of championships, runs, three-peats. There's always a change or two, usually, whether it's because of movement, contract, commitment, you name it. But try and do it with these same 5 guys, that's tough. This game has spilled into an 80s and 90s era affair.
Well, that's just because of Reggie Evans. I'm watching him throw Kim Mitchell right there. Then he's just going to bulldoze his way right into DJ Klein. And again, you can't buy into, because Reggie is so savvy at that, at sucking everybody into his universe, that now you begin to go away from how you play. You can easily pick up maybe some offensive fouls when he plays like that.
Trying to throw it off Mitchell, coming our way. Hey, Bob, I'm going to leave you went behind the back because I would have been in real trouble.
You know what? I was bracing myself to go. You didn't even move, bro. You was going to protect you and you only. I was ready. See right here? See my eyes up on him? You kind of start to lean back a little bit more. Oh, did he step? Shot clock violation.
I got your back. Next time.
I could. Next time. Yeah, I appreciate it.
I got it.
1-point shot.
Oh! Glenn Rice Jr. with a chance at 5.
And the first 4-point make of the year. A potential 5-point play right here. Take a look. It was a quick back. That time, anytime you lean in, you try to contest. And again, it wasn't much, but it was enough right there with the touch. Oh, man.
Robert Dozier, welcome to the Big Three.
Yeah, exactly.
Never foul a 4-point shooter. Glenn Rice for 5. Got it. A 5-point play.
Stand by to break.
Well, they always say, do not foul a shooter. Well, Dozier didn't listen. He got paid for it. Gave all 5 of those boys like Glenn Rice Jr.
Minute 30 here.
All right. Wow.
17 now. Add the 5.
David, relax. Come over and sit down.
And David.
You don't got that much longer to go.
Glenn Rice with a 5-point play. Power with its largest lead by 14, 38-24. Jim, leads them in scoring, but it's been everybody for Power so far today.
Everybody, versatility. We said it. That man and Nancy Lieberman's line, you talk about the small tweaks. Not a lot changed, but Kim Mitchell adds a little bit more versatility. We talked about it. And she'll play Katino Mobley in spurts, a little bit more instead of extended minutes.
She's been out for a year.
Klein close to glass. Wow, twists it in without using glass.
Beautiful pass, high-low from Rice Jr. to TJ Klein. And that's where TJ Klein is good. He's good. Second shots, cutting, those kind of plays. The one-on-one stuff, not really a strong suit, but he can beat you so many other ways in regards to off-the-ball offense.
Lewis back Klein. Scores. Rashard Lewis with 7 out. Rice, Klein, Akil Mitchell for Power against Kevin Murphy, Reggie Evans, Rashard Lewis. Pass, Mitchell right to the rim.
Three-man game. You isolate on one side, you run a quick pick and roll, you don't have weak side defense, and Reggie couldn't get back because you don't have backside help, and a beautiful pocket pass inside. 8 points away. Power getting that first W, and then Reggie Evans and TJ Klein, my goodness.
Blazers 72.
He's going to feel it tomorrow.
He gonna feel it later on. Forget tomorrow.
Cute on Laser.
He's got to get there.
Look, right here, he's trying to do everything he can, but I give him an A for effort, but it's just like... And that's just because TJ's going to play hard. So he's not going to back down from Reggie Evans. You know what I mean?
How many times?
Let's go back to last year.
Well, here it is, right? On this, right there. Oh, head to head. Yep. During the playoffs.
White with the scoop there. Producer Bill Thayer working that in.
That was quick. I
Game
like
one.
that. Where'd he get it? Bill, okay. With your P's and Q's in game one.
Perfect timing.
Mid-season form already.
Murphy extends, scores. And Murphy with 16.
Well, you know, and for Power, 6 points away, it's easy to build yourself up by shooting a three, but why do it? You really don't have a guard in the lineup right now. You have some forwards, and that's what you need to do. Keep attacking Power just like this. William Rice Jr. is going to handle the ball, but you got Royce White who can also, like we talked about earlier, he's going to make plays for you.
Now Mitchell, a co-captain, not just on the roster, but they elevated him to co-captain for Power. And before the free throw, Reggie Theus will bring the fire with his team down by 11.
And here's Nancy Lieberman giving Akil Mitchell the 4-1-1 on how to play and attack, bring the fire in this situation, and what she needs him and wants him to do. Like, mind you can't back Reggie in. You're going to have to outcook him on this and get to your shot. The more you play with it, the basketball, the more advantage Reggie Evans has. So let's see. Mitchell makes a quick move.
Got Akil Mitchell, big 3 debut. 6'9", Evans listed at 6'8", but a lot more than that. Mitchell trying to get free.
Advantage Evans.
Oh, they call the foul. Horse-collared, and the points for Mitchell.
And he gets the 2.
No doubt.
Got him right there. So he gets the 2 points because that's the second foul on that. Right there. So he gets the 2 points in the retained possession. The possession turns over, but they get the 2 points because that was the second foul.
46-33. Lewis launches. Evans collects. Goes up to 9 but fouls. They'll get a free throw for 2. Jim Mitchell. Talked to Nancy about it a little bit, but where he's fit in for Power. Look, it's one game, but seems to be a really good fit with what they already have. Now, Nancy Lieberman is going to bring the fire.
I like it. Smart play. But now you're forcing Reggie Evans to be. Now, a few years ago, I think it was the year 3, Reggie came back with a little bit more offensive prowess where he was scoring the basketball at a higher clip. But this is not his strong suit right here in regards to one-on-one. So Kill Mitchell has to be smart, but they called it on Glenn Rice Jr. So Evans is going to try to overpower him. Don't reach in, force Evans to make a tough shot. This is going to be interesting right here.
Now, I think Nancy Lieberman brought the fire thinking it was Akil Mitchell, right?
Yeah, I think he did too. I thought the foul was called on Akil Mitchell.
Yep.
Go look at the film.
I said to.
Can you go look at it? He called 41, but it was Akil. Look at the video. Look at the video. He called it on the wrong guy.
Yeah, they have it.
Did they get it right?
With our eyes and Power's eyes, doesn't look so much.
No, I thought it was way possible now. There's so much
And a technical foul's been assessed.
We got a lot going on.
Yeah, he did.
I'll let you play that. That's the job of the play-by-play.
Well, we know Murphy's going to get the free throw for 2. Delay of game on Power.
Okay.
And Murphy is true.
Okay, here's the last play. Kill Mitchell is on Evans, but the foul comes on a Mitchell, right?
Yes.
So why is not Mitchell,
Yeah.
unless they try to say that it was a reach-in by
Rice.
By Rice.
On the back.
Yeah. But still, is he the why bail him out? Why go for the that's just you don't do that. You just gave Evans an easier layup. And I know you wanted to try to avoid bumping and grinding with him, but
It's almost like the nuance to the rule. Like in a situation like that, can you get it back and say, hey, I don't want to bring the fire because I didn't know who the foul was on because it goes into it. I don't know.
yeah, no, that isn't. That's your. I mean, I think the officials in the league will say that's a responsibility of you, the one that brought it, to know who the foul is on. This was a mistake on this part. It really was, but point game right now for Power.
Murphy crossover. Evans, the fire 3, and hit it. So, three-headed monsters within 9 now at 48-39, but Power going for the win here in week 1.
Yeah, Royce White initiated.
White, off the screen, Scott Evans. Royce White, 3 to shoot. Rice, 1 to shoot, fades away. Too much. Mitchell with the foul against Lewis. That's Power 6th.
Make one, get it back. Now, listen. As physical as it's been, Power, the best offense has been moving real quick. You slow it down, you play right in the hands of what Reggie Evans wants to do.
6-2.
Look at this.
How about Evans with 12 rebounds in his return? Lewis, free throw for 2 points. Good. All right, crazier things have happened, we think. Three-headed monsters in the bonus, keep the ball.
But when you have this man right here, score some points in bunches.
Lewis ducks in. Murphy, Evans.
Get the rebound.
Fade away. Tipped out. Power, another chance to win it. And Murphy with the foul. That's number 4 on three-headed monsters.
Yeah, actually 3 team fouls for them. So got a couple to give, few to give before they get into the penalty.
So there's my card.
Off the ball, Murphy fouling Rice. So there goes 1 to give.
So it's 4 fouls. 6 is the magic number.
Okay.
Power last year. Regular season's up and down.
Yeah.
but got to the playoffs with 5-3. Beat these guys in the semis to reach the final. Rice attacks, scoops it up, missed it. Didn't hit the rim, but a foul right against Lewis going up, and Lewis will get a 2-point shot.
Line up, guys, let's go.
That's a foul. Push it back. Help him. Hey, touch him. Murphy.
Conceivably, Lewis makes this, get the ball back. Would make it 5. Shard Lewis, 9 points. 2-time NBA All-Star.
There it is.
48-43.
Just take out like that.
You wouldn't think that scoring 2 points would be this difficult. Oh yeah, at the end of the game, your opponent scratching and clawing to kind of stay in this game, give himself a chance. Beautiful up and under.
Murphy, what a shoot. Launches. And a violation on the three-headed monsters.
Yeah. So yeah, just take
You
out
could hear on the power bench players screaming, "Do not foul," with a 5-point lead.
The big 3 dot on big3.com.
There's the captain,
Scratch off the rest.
Tino Mobley.
No thanks.
Rice.
That pick and roll up top. There it is. Called her off.
He wants Murphy. Glenn Rice Jr. to the rim. Foul shot is good. And Power with the win in the Windy City. Rice with 14 and a game winner like he did last year in the playoffs. Jim, 3 games down in week 1.
Well, but here's the thing. I love that he called off the pick and roll and didn't allow Reggie Evans to get involved and kind of muck it up a little bit. He went away from Evans. And Rashard Lewis can help a little bit. Royce White kind of occupied him by moving around, and then the power and strength of Glenn Rice Jr. to finish through that contact. Big time. So not pretty down the end, but effective.
And Power 1-0 to begin this new Big 3 season. Final score, Power 50, three-headed monsters 43 here on Big3.com. 3 games down and 3 more to go for Jim Jackson, our entire crew. Hyman Cohen coming up next. 3 more games on Big3.com, beginning with the Aliens and the Ball Hogs. That's coming up next from Chicago.
Fade to black.